It's Grow TV, where we grow together and learn about God.
Hey friends, and welcome to Grow TV. I'm Stacy and I'm about to bake some bread. Baking bread is not easy. There are a lot of mistakes you can make. So I want to share with you 3 things that are always true about bread making. When making bread, you should always check the weather. Seems strange, right? But in the winter months when it's drier outside, you actually need more water to keep the bread moist. When it's warmer out and more humid, you need less water. So, making bread, always check the weather. 2, when making bread, you need flour. Not that kind of flour, this kind of flour. When dealing with the flour for bread, you should always spoon in the flour instead of dipping the measuring cup. Fill the cup to the top, then use the flat edge to level it off. 3, always bake your bread in a well preheated oven and always ensure the oven's temperature, or else your bread could get burned. And so could you. In fact, don't go anywhere near the oven without asking the right grown-ups for help.
What's up, Stacy?
Nothing much, just going over some things that are always true about bread making.
Oh, saying something is always true is kind of a big deal. Can't say that about much.
Well, you can say that about bread.
Oh, and you could say it about God.
What do you mean?
There are things that are always true about God. Like, God helps me find what I need.
Oh, and God hears my voice.
And God guides me when I'm scared.
Also, God comforts me. But I feel like we're missing a really important true thing about God.
I know, right? It's probably the most obvious one, too.
Can you think of a Bible story that might help us maybe?
Oh, yes, of course. Let's see. In 2 Kings chapter 2, there's one final story about Elijah.
Elijah was a prophet who received and shared special messages from God with others, right?
Right, and God had a special plan for Elijah. God was going to take Elijah up to heaven.
Whoa, say what? Like beam him up style?
Well, you'll see. But before this would happen, God chose someone else to take Elijah's place. His name was Elisha.
Elijah and Elisha. Got it.
Elijah taught Elisha what it meant to be God's messenger. Then the day arrived when God would take Elijah up to heaven.
Maybe it was like one of those hooks that pulls people off a stage?
No. So before he left, Elijah told Elisha to stay in one place. But Elisha did not want to leave Elijah. So they traveled together. When they got to the Jordan River, Elijah rolled up his coat and hit the water with it. God split the water and they walked across the river on dry ground.
Not the first time in the Bible that has happened.
No, it wasn't. Once they got to the other side, Elisha asked Elijah for something big. In 2 Kings 2:9, it says, when they had crossed, Elijah said to Elisha, "Tell me, what can I do for you before I am taken from you? Let me inherit a double portion of your spirit," Elisha replied.
Yeah, I don't really know what that means, but sounds serious.
It meant he wanted twice as much of the power and blessings that God gave Elijah. Elijah said, "If you see me get taken to heaven by God, then you will get what you asked for."
Beam him up with the laser light show time.
Even cooler, a chariot came out of the sky. But it was not like anything anyone had ever seen before. The chariot and horses were made of fire. Then Elijah went up to heaven in a whirlwind.
What? This is cooler than a laser light show. I've never said that before.
It was just as God promised, and Elisha saw the whole thing.
That means he gets what he asked for, right?
Right, but he wanted to see. So Elisha picked up Elijah's coat that fell to the ground. He went back to the Jordan River and hit the water with the coat, and God split the waters just like before.
God was with both of them that whole time.
Always. Even though Elijah was gone now, God's power was with Elisha. And God wanted him to know that God would be with him wherever he went. And God chooses to be with us too. Elisha might have felt pretty lonely just losing his friend. Just like we can feel pretty lonely sometimes. In our loneliest moments, we can always remember that God is always with me.
That's it. That's the truest thing about God. God is always with me. You know, I think part of the reason I like bread making is because of the things that are always true about it. You were right. In this world, things change so fast that it's hard to think of things that will always be the way they are.
Things seem to be always changing, but some things don't. Like God's presence with us. It never changes. It didn't change for Elijah, and though he might have been worried it would, it didn't change for Elisha when Elijah was gone. It's something we can always depend on. no matter what is going on in our lives. God is always with me.
It's been fun giving some bread baking tips and learning some Bible stuff with you. It's always good to learn and grow together. See you next time. Bye.